What up, my ninjas? We back with another best builds where we talk about builds that feature setups that can deal with the meta but aren't meta. Like, these are unique builds that you don't see very often, not builds that you see everybody else using, but they can still clap any of the meta builds if used correctly. The build I'm going to show y'all today is a build that has high versatility. It's defensive, evasive, and offensive. Most people cannot deal with this build because they're not used to seeing it. Let's get into it. Let me show you what we're talking about. Alright, this is what we're wearing. We're going to do teleportation with Almighty Push, with the Shadow Clones, and the Boruto Strike as it come back fast as fuck. We're going to be using boost your ninjutsu damage because when you do land this shit, you want to do the max damage that you can. And we're also going to shorten ninjutsu cooldown times because in this, you're going to be using two of your ninjutsus at the exact same time. So you want those ninjutsus to be able to come back twice as fast as anybody else's. I've had success in survival and then NWL with this build. The most important thing to remember while using this build is remember that both of these jutsus are good individually. It's not just something that you have to use by yourself. Almighty Push is still a good defensive and guard break jutsu, and teleportation is still a good way to get away from your opponent and get up real close to your opponent, as well as dodge enemy ninjutsu as well. But yeah, let's get into this and see how this shit works out. But yo, shout out to the dragons. This little clip right here comes from a dragon training session. Shout out to White for letting me run with these niggas all the time. But the first thing is first, this is how to use teleportation. If you can't use teleportation correctly, you're not going to be able to benefit from this build at all. Most people, when they use teleportation, they just zoom around all over the place. They don't know how to get directly to their opponent. This is how you do that. First thing you have to do is lock onto your opponent and then let go of your directional pad and then hit teleportation. When you do that, you'll go right to them. Watch. When I use teleportation in this clip, I'm going to go right to him. I'm not going to go anywhere else. See? And again, the way I did that was letting go of my directional pad, locking on, and then hitting teleportation. It takes me directly to the individual who I'm targeting, and I can throw kunai, I can hit him with my taijutsu. Doesn't matter. Whatever I want to do once I'm there. Another great way to use teleportation is an evasive jutsu. Either evading enemy taijutsu or enemy ninjutsu, or using it to just get away from the enemy altogether. See what I mean? That dude just tried to hit me with wind gust or whatever that's called, that Orochimaru move, but I used teleportation right as he used it, and it whiffed because teleportation has an invincibility frame inside of that allows you to bypass any enemy ninjutsu. This is what makes this move so versatile. Now, Almighty Push. Some of the things you can do with Almighty Push: you can repel oncoming enemy demon wind shurikens, kunai, senbons, blast bombs, ninjutsu, stuff like that if you time it right. Like I've repelled Majestic, I've repelled 8 trigrams air palm. But when you mix it up with teleportation and you do it right, you can actually make your Almighty Push a ranged jutsu, and this is why I'm using the decreased ninjutsu cooldown time, because you have to use both of your jutsu at the same time. And the way you do that is first you lock onto your opponent, let go of your directional pad, then hit Almighty Push, and then use teleportation in the animation of Almighty Push, and it will take that Almighty Push directly to the person you're trying to hit. And it's fast as fuck. Like I got hit with it once and I was not prepared for how fast it came at me, like when somebody else was using it. But yeah, most people can't really dodge a teleportation coming at you, and you sure as hell can't dodge an Almighty Push with teleportation coming at you at the same time. Now this build works with Leaf Rising, Leaf Flash, and Leaf Hurricane. I just prefer to use teleportation because it's more versatile and I don't need to hit you with 2 jutsu at all. Also, in the comment section, you can see a montage I made featuring this build. This is legit one of the best montages I've ever made. It's got a lot of good reviews. Most people that watch it tell me it was pretty amazing. But check that out. That's my time, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the build. And until next time, y'all ninjas be easy.